Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. So we have an interesting situation, to say the least. And, we have the owners meeting that they do every year. And, this is when the competition committees meet, which I believe they just changed the overtime rules. So that's cool. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what's been going on with the Dallas Cowboys. And the fact is that the Dallas Cowboys I think, have now decided to close up shop for free agency and head full steam into the draft. And the problem with that is that the Dallas Cowboys are not a better football team than last year. They are not. I don't care what anybody wants to say to me. They are not a better team than last year. So let's put this into perspective. The Dallas Cowboys let go of Amari Cooper because they trade him. They want to. So Steven says, okay, we couldn't keep Amari Cooper and trade, or excuse me, we can't keep Amari Cooper and pay Michael Gallup. That is bullshit. That is a complete lie. The Dallas Cowboys, if they wanted to, could have done that. They still have $15 million. They could have restructured Amari Cooper's deal, or hell, they could have possibly not paid one, like they couldn't, they could have been like, okay, we don't need to pay James Washington, or we don't need to go get these other guys. They're lying to you. Do not let them lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. Do not let them do that. They could have done it. They deliberately chose to say, we do not want to keep Amari Cooper for certain reasons. It was not play. Don't let them lie to you there. There are underlying reasons why Amari Cooper is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. Point blank period. So that's number one. Number two, they want to say, more specifically Stephen Jones, you got a 3-for-1 value at the positions. So you have Randy Gregory, and then you have Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, and Leighton Vander Esch. I would rather have Randy Gregory. I'm just putting it out there. We got to stop doing this shit where we overrate fucking players for coming in here, and then even when they produce, they decide to, okay, we're going to just let them go. That's not how you build a team. Stop trying to pull this nonsense off where you're acting like the Patriots. Because you hate the Patriots. You ain't. Okay? So you let go of Amari Cooper. You let go of Lyle Collins, who, okay, you got his replacement, but whatever. Okay, well, you got a replacement in CeeDee Lamb, but hear me out. So you let go of Amari Cooper, you let go of Lyle Collins, Randy Gregory is gone. Connor Williams is gone, whether you liked him or not. Okay, that's still a starting caliber player for you. And you lose, your wide receiver 4, basically your 3. You cut your kicker thinking that you can get him back for cheap. The Dallas Cowboys screwed the pooch. This is probably one of the worst off seasons I've ever seen from them, and that is no exaggeration. The Dallas Cowboys do not know how to do free agency, or more specifically, they deliberately try not to actually do anything. And that is the incorrect way we should be approaching things, people. Do not let them fool you. They could easily have afforded to keep Amari Cooper. They could have easily afforded to do these things. If you look at that Michael Gallup contract, they could have easily wanted to keep him, but they deliberately said no. And that's where I get upset. And I'm not going to yell as much. I'm just going to be respectfully stern here and say, look, the Cowboys are not doing things right. I'm not asking them to go get Bobby Wagner, Von Miller, and all these others. I'm just asking, if you are going to move on from guys, you need to replace them. You only have, and I'm going to say this too, 3 draft picks in the first, in the top 100 that you can say to yourself, I can get a starter here. You cannot tell me that the 3 guys there are going to be immediate impacts compared to what you have now. And that's not me to say that Randy Gregory was going to be worth that money. But the thing is you're willing to give Randy Gregory that money, but you want to bitch, moan, and complain about giving money to other players, or like, that's bullshit. Okay, like, stop lying to her. We got to stop lying to ourselves and saying, oh, this whole formula's work. It's not. I'm telling you, it is not. The whole comments that Stephen Jones was saying really made my blood boil, and it's because it's the same shit over and over again, and nothing changes. Nothing changes in the results. You have 3 division titles. 3 division titles and 2 playoff wins in this span of time. And you mean to tell me that this is just some accomplishment we should just, pat ourselves on the back with? No. No, 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 no. The Cowboys, I knew for a matter of fact, we're not going to sign Bobby Wagner. I knew for a matter of fact they weren't going to bring anybody in. But, you know, hey, let's go bring in a defensive end 3 and a wide receiver 3. Yep, that's it. Let's go re-sign our guys, and that's that. Which, by the way, bringing back Malik Hooker and Jaron Kearse, that's awesome. Fantastic signing. Cool. Dorrance Armstrong, okay. Mid-level player, if I'm being honest with you. And no, stop trying to kid ourselves. Don't. And we do this, and I'm catching on to it. We always overrate players that we know for a matter of fact aren't going to equal that production. Oh, but Randy did this, Randy did that. I don't give a damn if he burnt bridges. He had every right to say whatever he had to say. And I'm going to just look at it for what it is. The Cowboys they're already, and this is another thing, they're showing their hand. They say we're going to go offensive line and wide receiver basically, and it's just like, oh my God, why are we doing this? It's like, what are we doing? The Cowboys are purposefully positioning themselves to be in a bad situation, and guess what? Now teams know, oh, if I need a guard, I better trade up because the Cowboys are going to take them. And now the Cowboys are going to get screwed. They're going to get screwed if they really like a player. If it's a Zion Johnson, a Kenyon Green, or whoever. But I'm telling you guys, the pick is going to be Kenyon Green or Zion Johnson or Treylon Burks or Jahan Dotson. One of those 4. It's going to be that. The Cowboys, if you follow the contracts, the Cowboys have done their, if I hate to say it, they've done their due diligence, and they have not signed an offensive lineman. It's a clear giveaway. Okay, and I could be wrong there. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe they go best player available. I mean, unless it's I'm not opposed to taking a guard. I am a firm believer of you have to take the best player on the board regardless of position. If the best player on the board, if you feel is a Kenyon Green or a Zion Johnson, take them. Take them. But don't reach. I'm going to get upset if David Ojabo is on the board at 56, and if we can get a guy like a Sky Moore, whether you think he's overrated or not, but like, if you take him, that is just screaming to me, same old Cowboys. And this team, they caught me off. I said that they were not the same old Cowboys, but here we are. They are the same old Cowboys. But here, say, nor there. I do think this team still, as constructed, is the best team in the division. Just a matter of can they win it again. The history's not on their side, so I'm less inclined to believe that. But they do have a roster that should do things. And this is why I'm very glad they won the division when they did. This is a year that's big. Mike McCarthy, year 3. You better hope to God that's, like, if everybody gets hurt, cool. But if everyone's healthy and this team can't win more than 9 to 10 games, we got a problem. We really do. And I think the Cowboys are purposely trying to put themselves in that position to try and go after get Kellen Moore promoted or bring in Sean Payton. I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to say this again for the crowd. If Kellen Moore is the head coach, and it's whether or not he's good at his job is a whole nother thing. It's just the whole, I just don't see it. If Kellen Moore's the head coach of this team, I'm done with YouTube. I'm not going to waste my time because we know what the Cowboys are doing. So there's that. If Sean Payton comes in here, we'll keep an eye out. But no, I'm not dealing with it anymore if that's the case. But that's been the whole video there. The Cowboys really haven't done a whole lot to talk about. So I kind of wanted to just give my thoughts in one big thing. So there's that. So if you can leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell, that would be great. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.